Hey guys, it's Lord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the DC Digital Stephanie Brown. That's her name. I'm pretty sure it's Stephanie something. Just came to me before I hit record. Should I have Googled that first before I made a total doofus out of myself? Yes. But that's not the kind of lowball entertainment you get here at Overlord Productions. Now is it? Person who randomly stumbled across this channel for the first time. That said, today we're looking at another Batgirl, brought to us by the fine folks over at DC Direct or McFarlane Toys. Pick your poison, it's the same frickin' thing, even though they use both labels on different lines, and sometimes the same line in different packaging. It's a conundrum, isn't it? But at any rate, today we're looking at Stephanie Brown, Batgirl. So before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all she has to offer in terms of accessories. Starting off with the collectible trading card. Her picture there. The bio on the back. If it's not upside down, her real name is on there. I do believe it is Stephanie Brown. That said, she does come with the same oversized batarang and then this bat grapple. Can we get some bat grapples that aren't like shooting with a crap ton of string here? That would be nice. But at any rate, there you go. And that's your lot, unless you want to count the hockey puck display stand where you sing with all McFarlane Toys and DC Direct releases, I guess. Well, not all DC Direct, because the animated stuff doesn't, you know what I mean. But on top of that, if we pull her hood back a little bit here, I can do it. Her ponytail is a separate piece that you can unplug. Which I guess I will leave that off to the side so we can look at articulation. And you can pull her hood back up and it won't, you have a little bit more to work with. But I kind of like the ponytail because it keeps the hood from covering her face. I say knowing darn well that my URL for this video, you can't see it. But maybe that was intentional, you never know. You never know, I can be a sneaky little bastard. But at any rate, I would advise wetting this hood down like that. That way it sticks down when you don't have that ponytail there filling that out. But if we pull the hood back, decent head sculpt. I like it. Can rotate side to side, look up and down a little bit, tilt side to side. That's all fine and dandy. Her shoulders will go up, back down, rotate around. She does have the beautiful butterfly, but it is kind of sticky, so be mindful of that. Doesn't get a ton of range, but it does get some. She does have bicep swivel, double elbow, ball hinge wrists, will rotate, hinge, and swivel. She does have a diaphragm joint, not the tightest thing, so I might see if I can't do my little heat mod to that. Well, I say that as I just rotated it, and now it seems to be fine. Well, maybe it's the top part that's not. I don't know. I might pop her apart and see what's going on there. But then we also get the same thing in the waist. That's fine. Her hips kick in and out. This body mold's getting pretty loose, man. But she can kick forward, you can kick back, thigh cut, double knee. She does have ball hinge ankles that will rotate, hinge, pivot, and toe joints that are tight on that side, a little on that side. Tight on both sides, hot dog. But yeah, not the tightest hips, not the tightest torso, and everything else is okay. It's decent. So popping her little ponytail back on here. Of course, because it is a separate piece, you can rotate it, so that's a plus, but let me show you what I mean by the ponytail being kind of useful. For one thing, it does keep the hood out of her eyes, so you can actually pull it up all the way. And you can see that her face is fully exposed. It is scientifically impossible to pull this. Well, you still can, but just not as much. Not as much, indeed. I like that. I think that looks kind of cool. Kind of looks like a cultist, if I'm being honest, but pretty cool. That said, I think we need a new Batgirl body. Like I said, this one's getting pretty loose. I didn't mind it so much on Cassandra Cain, the Target exclusive Batgirl there, with the fully masked head, because that figure was still pretty tight in most places. But this one seems to be a little loosey-goosey, a little bit more so than I would like, but that's just me. Maybe your results may vary, but she's alright. She definitely fills a space in that Bat family we've had going in this line since day one. I would say the Cassandra Cain from Target, probably the better than Batman Nightwing, more so than the Titans Wave one, just because he's a little bigger, and a Hush body Batman. The Page Puncher's Damian. Did I say the new 52 Red Hood with like the metallic helmet and the gun holsters on his hips? I might have. We got that Batwing recently, the version 2. The Signal. Good old Duke Thomas, that's another one. I don't think we have a Barbara that fits with these yet. The classic one's up for pre-order, but she's got the black on her mask. If there is a head that can swap onto that body, then I think we're off to the races that doesn't have the black on the mask. And then we really just need an Alfred, and I think a Red Robin. We have Tim Drake's, but we don't have a Red Robin with like the fully cowled head. Now, you could probably get a Batman head and cut the ears off and do some sanding and whatnot and make a Red Robin. I think the new 52 Tim Drake has like the chest harness that Red Robin is known for having, but he doesn't have the head. So maybe you can make a custom head and roll with that one. But I think that's it. I think that's everybody. I think. There could be more. There's a Batwoman. Amazon exclusive, but she was a Platinum Chase single release that I never found, of course. But at any rate, I'm going on a tangent about different Bat family members because there's a ton of them. Batman Beyond, if you want to count him, and Huntress even. So yeah, we're definitely building a roster to say the least. But at any rate, I think it is time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's good old Stephanie Brown, if that's her name anyways, alongside another Batgirl I had handy. Got Cassandra Cain, who, as I mentioned before, was a Target exclusive back in the before times when you could actually find Target exclusives. And we also have another figure from this particular wave of DC digital figures. We have first appearance, quote-unquote, Nightwing from the OG Teen Titans with his little wing ding there. Definitely a different era. This Batgirl, in fact, both of these Batgirls, would probably look better next to the collectible Beast Boy wave Nightwing or the Better Than Batman Nightwing, where he's got his blue and black with his Eskrima sticks, more so than this super 80s looking one. Getting these two out of here so we can make way for our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith right here, and the infamous Loaded Spawn, who I'm just gonna guess, yep, towers over everyone because Stephanie Brown, or Spoiler, here is just a lady, and well, good old Al Simmons is not. He is a manly man. Yes, he is. So with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and while this may not be the most perfect addition to our DC Multiverse Bat family, It's an addition to the Bat family nonetheless, one that I really wasn't expecting because, well, good old Stephanie Brown, that is her name, after all, wasn't exactly on my radar. Cassandra Cain kinda was, because I knew who that was. Batwing was on my radar, because I knew who that was. The Signal, good old Duke Thomas, actually knew who he was, kinda, sort of. But Stephanie Brown here, I always knew her as Spoiler. I didn't know her as Batgirl, but I am happy to have her as Batgirl, whether she is reuse of a body mold that I'm kind of surprised they haven't updated at this point, or not. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, catch you guys later.